I mean how much you love all the people in this village. And at the same time, how much they all seem to love you back.
Gay! Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Monster, episode 13. In episode 12, last episode, 511 Kinderheim, and how Johann was apparently some sort of child predator. A predator who was a child, not a child predator, but like a, the predator that was a child. My point is, we learned how he kind of apparently fanned the flames of the orphanage and then had 50 people kill each other, and resolved the story of Mr. Mo, last name Lester, first name Mo, and he seemingly, I guess, just let the kid go. I mean, I don't know. They left off the episode with the kid kind of following Tenma, and Tenma saying, "You can't come with me, Dieter," So expecting that Tenma that just escorted him to the orphanage or something, or just told him to piss off. I do not expect, because I am also hoping that the kid does not follow Tenma. It would not make sense story-wise or character decision-wise. So, and just overall enjoyment-wise, I'm hoping that the kid is not some sort of long-time character. Surprisingly, I said that like 2 episodes ago with a thief character as well. But, what can I say? Some characters I just don't like. Children being one of them. In any case, let us jump into it, shall we? Of Monster.
Petra, open up! Petra!
Petra?
You're going in for a checkup, and that's final!
I told you to stop wasting your time coming here.
Yeah, well, if you'd open the damn door right now, it wouldn't be a waste of my time!
Nobody asked you to butt in.
You're as stubborn as an old mule, you know that?
Look who's talking, you quack.
Doctor! We got a problem! Dr. Schumann!
Yes, what is it?
It's a drunk Fink! He got hit by a car out on the highway!
What? When you left him, was he still awake?
I'm not sure, but some guy was treating him when I left.
Huh?
Somebody who just happened to be passing by, I guess.
Some passerby. So, mind telling me what happened here?
I told him you were out doing house calls, but that man insisted.
Oh, he insisted, did he?
I'm so sorry.
Is this
I tried
okay?
to stop him, but he...
Like, obviously Tenma, right? But is this really a coincidence? Because, like, if it is, Tenma's just going through his fucking D&D campaign. Like, come on, what are the odds, right? Granted, I don't go out too much, but I've never seen an accident happen near me. I've seen cars, like, smoking on the side of the road and, like, stuff like that. I've seen the site of an accident, but I haven't seen an accident happen near me, like in my vision or like in my vicinity. So it's like, what are the odds? What are the actual odds? That's why I'm saying, like, Tenma's going through his D&D campaign. While he's working on his main quest, he just has these side events happening all the time, coincidentally.
The patient might choke to death.
Well, who did he say he was?
I don't know. He never did tell me his name. Oh, he did write something on the chart, though.
The patient kept pleading with me not to bring him to this clinic because he said he had no money to pay for a doctor. Please take this to cover any medical expenses. Bastard! Who does he think he is?
Doctor, where are you going?
This fellow, what did he look like?
He was an Asian man, and he...
I can't speak from experience because I really don't know, but somehow I really doubt that literally every doctor, every surgeon seems to be an old guy who is just like, what? Son of a bitch! This other guy saved this guy's life. I cannot believe it. He took my gerb. Oh my god. And he gave me free money? For me doing absolutely nothing? And he saved the guy's life? Son of a bitch. God. Who the fuck is this guy? It's like, what? You didn't do shit. Someone did your job for you. Gave you free money, and you're mad? Huh? Huh? Excuse me?
Who does he think he is?
Who does he think he is? Who the fuck cares? Just a good Samaritan, you know? Like, helped you with your job, saved the guy's life, gave you free money. What do you want? What more do you want? You know, it's just weird because like every fucking doctor we could run across in this show is just a massive douchebag.
He was an Asian man, and he had a little boy with him.
Why? Why? But why though? But like why? But why though? Why is he taking the child with him? God, please, for the love of all that is holy, there's nothing I hate more than children in a serious story. Okay? There's nothing I hate more than children in a serious story. I don't mind it too much if the child is the main character. I fucking hate it when the main character is an adult and they fucking have to take some sort of child with them. Because the child will 9 times out of 10, no, 99.9% of the time will become a fucking burden. And the child will constantly get into danger and constantly have to be saved. And it's like, please, for the love of all that is holy, let this be the last episode that the child is in the show. I'm sorry, but that is just how I feel. That is just how I feel. Okay? Rant over.
Doctor, what about Mr. Fink?
There's nothing more I can do for him.
But that man only took emergency measures to prevent choking.
Yeah, emergency measures my eye. That stranger patched him up perfectly.
No. Kill the child, please! Petra and Schumann.
Listen, Dieter. You can't keep following me around like this. It isn't gonna work. I can never stay in just one place, and you can't go to school like this. You won't make any friends.
I have a friend.
And who is that?
You, obviously. Ugh. God.
That isn't what I meant.
This is gonna be... I can already tell I'm not gonna like this episode. I have this feeling. I just have this feeling. You know, I don't like children. I hate children. I hate children. If you don't know me, and you didn't know that I hate children, now you do. There are only a couple of things that I hate in my life. Okay? One of them is children.
Was it you?
Huh?
Well, were you the one showing me up in my own clinic? Keep your damn money. Maybe I'm just a country doctor, but I take care of my own. I would never stoop so low as to charge that poor drunkard for treatment.
Okay. First off, if you... Okay. If you're a doctor, I don't care how good you are, I don't care how bad you are. This is not how you talk to people. Okay? I don't know if it's like my misconception or misunderstanding that doctors receive training in talking to patients or potential clients or, you know, just people in general, right? But this is not how you talk to people, even if you don't like what they did. Even if you have some sort of beef with them, you're a doctor. I'm pretty sure you get trained to deal with people respectfully, right? At least I would hope so. Secondly, if he's like a good guy, right? And he says, I take care of my own, okay? How about you say, thank you? Yeah? How about you start with that? Yeah?
Sir, I just...
You're probably some big city doctor out on vacation. I bet you're pleased as punch you got to go show us yokels some charity.
Hey,
How's it going?
Come on, Dieter, let's go.
We're keeping you busy?
Don't you know it?
Wait up! I'm not finished with you yet.
I'm terribly sorry. We're in a hurry. We have to get going now.
Hmm?
Fink got injured in a hit and run.
Oh, you mean that guy who drinks too much?
Yeah. We're looking for any witnesses.
Yikes, good luck with that one.
Jeez, man. Not gonna lie, Tenma makes it way too obvious. I mean, he might have learned how to shoot a gun and, you know, train his body and all, but like, come on, man. The second a police officer is like in your vicinity, you're immediately like, come on, don't do anything suspicious, okay? Okay, we're just normal people, okay? Let's go right now. Okay, come on. Really? Really? You know, if you're that scared, then it's like, just act normal and be like, okay, we're done eating. You know, we'd like to go now. Like, damn, Tenma makes it so obvious.
Looks like he's going to pull through. I'm more worried about the bottle doing him in.
And you are?
Who am I?
What?
Dr. Chan.
Does he not? You know, someone's got to teach Tenma how to subterfuge, right? You're telling me he's been on the run for who knows how long at this point, and he still doesn't have a like an alias, like a fake name that he goes by? Really? That's just unbelievable. There's no fucking way, okay? Probably the first thing you have to think of is a fake name. You know, for instance, in this case, you know, a police officer that might or may not know you or recognize your face. Maybe they've seen your face in the newspaper or in a police like case study or something. I don't know. Point is, maybe they have seen your face, but they don't actively remember it, right? They would only start remembering if you give them a reason. Now, if they ask you your name, and you're like, my name, you know, immediately you give off the feeling of this guy doesn't want to give me his name. Why? He doesn't want to give his name to the police? Why? Is he wanted? You see, immediately the thought process goes to that, right? And then the guy's like, oh yeah, I saw his face in that fucking debrief, right? But if he asks for his name and he goes, oh, my name is Mr. Chang, you know, because Asian, right? You know, if he goes like that, or he says, oh, my name is Mr. Jackson, Michael Jackson, right? Then he's like, oh, nice to meet you, Michael Jackson. And it's fine. Point is, I'm surprised he doesn't have an alias at this point.
We're alumni from the same medical school. He figured he'd drop by the village while he's on vacation.
Dr. Chan, huh? Have you and I met somewhere before?
You see?
He took care of Fink, actually, since I was out making house
Kinda
calls.
remembers,
Good
kinda
thing he was
doesn't.
here, Hines, isn't it obvious? I'm talking about your mother, Petra.
My mother?
You need to tell her to come down to the clinic right away. There's no telling what may be wrong with her without a checkup.
There's no way. She's too stubborn. Come on, you know that woman won't listen to anybody.
She's your mother. Stop acting so flip.
Don't worry.
Stop
Doc.
yelling at
Trust me,
everybody,
Mom's
come
not
on.
gonna die that easily.
What?
Besides, she raised me, so what's left to do? When it's time, she won't have any regrets.
What did you say? Bite your tongue. Petra has plenty of living to do. Do you hear me?
How is this guy a doctor? Like, I don't care about your skills. I feel like every doctor and nurse and anyone in the medical field should have decorum, right? Like the ability to speak calmly, I guess. I don't know. It's just weird that this guy yells at everybody.
Why did you
Come
lie
on.
to him?
Because I never would have made it to Fink in time. No, he'd be
Yeah,
dead right
see?
now if you hadn't stepped in like you.
Exactly. So why are you so fucking angry at him? Where's a thank you? Huh? God. Look, I don't mind characters like this, but I don't like people in real life like this. You have no reason to be angry, and you're just angry.
Thank
For
you
no
very
reason.
much, sir.
You turned white as a sheet when you saw Hines. How come? Never mind. At least now I know you're not some hotshot doctor from the city.
I'm in your debt, sir. I really do mean it. I don't know how I can ever pay you back.
Is that so? Hop in the car. I've got an idea.
Ooh, ow, ow.
Your splint is misaligned. I'll straighten it. This may hurt a bit, but just hang in there.
Don't let me catch you not wearing that in the next 2 weeks.
Hey, Doc, I made some smooth apple wine. How about we drink to my new cast?
I think that's an awful idea. But I'll have a drink with you when the cast comes off.
You should be fine. 5 days and you can go back to the fields.
Good news, huh, Mr. Shona?
Doctor, why don't you take some potatoes? We had a good crop this year.
I'll remember that offer when I come back some afternoon with a truck.
Yeah, see? Oh my god, he can actually talk normally. Why doesn't he just talk like that all the time?
Thanks for the
I guess,
help.
you know, for me, it's just personally, I just don't like when people start yelling and being unnecessarily aggressive. Unnecessarily? 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 Unnecessarily?
My specialty's internal medicine, but I have to be a jack of all trades out here.
You're a
I'm
jack
no
off,
doctor in these
that's for
woods,
sure.
And there's only one of me.
Jackass.
It's wonderful. No, I didn't mean the land. I mean how much you love all the people in this village. And at the same time, how much they all seem to love you back.
Gay!
Love, huh? That ship sailed a long time ago.
You just don't quit, do you?
Quit! I don't even know the meaning of the word.
And it'll be the same thing no matter how many times you come back. Just leave, you quack.
It's like I'm talking to a mule. Petra's the mother of that officer who had you spooked. She collapsed 3 days ago, working in the fields. I talked her into coming down to the clinic, but she changed her mind on the way over. She's been holed up in there ever since.
That is worrisome. Not to butt in, but do you mind if I try talking to her?
It's not gonna make a lick of difference.
Don't tell me you're still standing out there, you idiot.
Okay, before we move on, have you noticed something? Have you noticed? Do you know what I'm talking about? The kid. It's almost, well, it's been like over a third of the episode, almost half the episode. And the kid has not done absolutely anything, has not said anything. Completely pointless. Almost like he doesn't exist. Almost like he doesn't even need to be there. Huh? Exactly. You know, I don't want to keep pausing, but like, I just want to get this point across that another big reason, not just because I hate children, which I do, but the big problem with having children in a serious story that is grounded in reality, where the main character is an adult, the fact is, they don't add anything to the story. As I said, they 9 times out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, they will just end up being a burden. Damsels in distress. People that need to be saved. Kids that need to be saved all the time. Right? They don't add anything. And that's why, as I said, it's been almost half an episode and nothing. Kid is just there and does nothing. No reason. We'll see. We'll see if he does anything. But like, I don't think he is going to do anything. Even if he ends up being there, you know?
I'm
Why?
not going to stand the possibility of losing you!
Huh?
What
Enough
I
of
mean
this.
is I wouldn't have anyone to fight with anymore. Also, I wouldn't be able to eat that goulash of hers.
Yeah.
You
You have a thing going on.
Doctor, are you kidding me?
What did I say? It's a waste of time.
So tell me, why do you hate doctors?
Well, that was easy.
What is it I'm smelling? You're cooking up some goulash in here, aren't you?
Why are you asking? You like goulash or something?
I do, but it seems that Dr. Schumann is a particularly big fan of it. At least that's what he told me anyway.
Well, that's news to me. I always make it for him and he eats it, but he never says a word.
He's very shy. This looks
No,
really...
he's just bad at being a respectful person.
delicious.
My goodness. I shoulders are so stiff, and I still have a lot of food to prepare for tonight's dinner.
Stiff shoulders. Miss Petra, can you touch your chin down to your chest?
Of course I can. It's easy enough to do. Watch. Oh.
Let me just check something, ma'am. 4 fingers wide.
So what was that all about?
Oh, nothing.
How is she?
It isn't good. A subarachnoid hemorrhage.
Wait, what did you say? Petra!
Is your mom okay? I heard that she had a fainting spell 3 days ago.
Oh, she's all right. Yeah, that tough old lady's gonna outlive all of us.
Ah, yes, there it is. Of course. Of course. I kind of wish they're gonna show us... Shit, of course they're not gonna. I kind of wish they would show us what he's, like, wanted for exactly. But,
Stroke
yeah.
occurred less than 3 days ago. We can still make it, but we need to operate immediately. Can we get a helicopter here in time?
Can you do it? Please. If you can perform this operation, then do it. If you can't, then my failings will have lost me the woman I love for a second time.
Are you sure that it's Kenzo Tenma?
Positive.
All right, he probably hasn't gone far. Set up checkpoints along the highway. If we catch this guy, it'll be big, Hines.
Yes, sir.
Prepare for emergency deployment!
This is great. If things go well, I'll get promoted. The nurse from the clinic? What? Are you kidding me? My mother collapsed again?
God, why didn't I drag her into town? If they had checked her at the state hospital, it wouldn't have come to this.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So okay, I'm trying to predict what's gonna happen, okay? So the police are going to kind of blockade the area, you know, put checkpoints everywhere. And then the police guy, this woman's son, the police guy, is gonna come here and is gonna be like, oh my god, hands up. I can't. I'm gonna operate on your mother, or I'm halfway operating on your mother. You want me to stop? And he's like, fuck, right? And then he manages to save her, and then the police guy is gonna let him go. That's my prediction.
Dr. Tenma, you're the only one who can save her.
Yeah. Yeah. How often does Tenma hear that, I wonder? You're the only one who can do it. You're the only one who can save this person. Next thing you know, that person becomes a serial killer.
Just as I suspected. It's an aneurysm
A
of the
big
middle
brain,
cerebral
yes.
artery.
Yeah, it's a big brain.
You have to do the best job you can do right now. That's all we as doctors can do.
Of course. Oh, look. Kid.
Hey, kid. Dr. Schumann's inside, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. He's operating right now.
What do you mean he's operating? Why are they doing it here at this clinic instead of taking her to the hospital in town?
Hey, don't worry. Tenma's in there helping.
Tenma's in there?
How's her blood pressure?
Oh. Oh, look. The child is a liability. I'm telling you. How does Tenma not have an alias at this point? Secondly, he should not have ever told the child his real name. It doesn't matter that you take care of the child. You don't... Now the child is just going around, oh, Tenma's helping. Oh, hey, hey, look, Kenzo Tenma right there. The guy who's wanted, by the way. Tenma, oh yeah, it's that Tenma right there. He's in there. Ah, children, am I right? Fucking, just kill them all, dude. Just kill them all.
Blood pressure holding steady at 126/84. Her pulse is 88.
Amazing. He's so fast and efficient, even without the benefit of a craniotome.
Told ya.
What the hell are you doing?
Predictable.
We're operating on your mother. Isn't that obvious? What are you doing with that gun?
Put your hands up, Tenma! Do it!
If he stops now, she'll die. Is that what you want?
He's the one trying to kill her. Tenma is wanted for murder. He's a suspect in several killings.
What?
He killed a man in Heidelberg. And he's the prime suspect in the serial murders of those couples.
Even though this guy says this, I don't think that's what he's wanted for. I really don't. Again, no proof. Yeah, his tie was nearby, and maybe the same fibers of the tie were against the guy, the guy who died at the castle. Maybe the same fibers were in his like arm because they used the tie to tie his arms up. And so maybe, but that's not the murder weapon, and it's not like he died having his arms bound. So it's like, there's no actual evidence that Tenma was the killer. He's a suspect, sure. Based off of that, he's a suspect in the other killings as well, but he's just a suspect. Now this policeman going around saying, he killed a guy at Heidelberg Castle, or whatever the fuck it was. I think it was Heidelberg Castle. Point is, I don't think that's what he's wanted for. I don't think on his wanted poster or wanted file, it's written, killer of this person and suspect of these murders, you know? There's no evidence that he killed the guy at the castle. It's just that people, because he's the only real suspect, you know, this police officer, as well as a lot of other people, just assume that he is the killer.
Who would have thought that I'd find you here? Leave it to good old Mom, always looking for new ways to help out her boy. Now put your hands up, Tenma! If you don't, I'll shoot!
Like hell you will! This is a sterile operating room, or it was until you came barging in. Do you want your mother to die of meningitis? Because it's very likely to happen if you keep standing there.
Then stop the operation!
She's going to die, Hines, don't you get it? There's a subarachnoid hemorrhage in your mother's brain, and she's had it for 3 entire days. If we don't save her now, she dies. Now get out of here, Hines.
No way! I'm on to you, Tenma! You're just planning on using my mom as a hostage so you can run away from here!
All right, nurse. Aneurysm clip and forceps, please. Aneurysm clip and forceps, now!
Yes.
That's my mother on that table! I won't let anyone hurt her!
Yes, Petra's your mother, and you're her son. But what kind of son have you been to her these past 5 years? I know you didn't visit her once since you left for the city. She's sacrificed a lot for you, and what have you done for her in return? Anything? Listen, son, the folks we love can be gone in an instant. Do you remember what your mother's goulash tastes like? Even now, years later, Petra sets out a dish for you. I should know. I'm the one who eats it. Remember how delicious it is? Dr. Tenma is fighting to save your mother. He's giving it everything he's got. So if you ever want to taste that goulash again, you'll get out of here now!
See? Tenma's there.
Oh,
So it's
shut the
okay.
fuck up, kid. It's not like he knows Tenma to be some sort of fucking saint. You know? To this guy, this police officer, he's just a murder suspect.
Blood pressure 140/86, pulse 82.
Good. Her vital signs have stabilized. Why don't you get some rest, Miss Pioneer?
Doctor, you've been up all day.
What, like you haven't? I'll be just fine.
Yes, sir.
You did well today. Dr. Tenma, you should get some rest too.
Don't worry about me.
Why is he still here? Not gonna lie. If a police officer came barging into the operation room and, you know, yeah, you finished the operation, but he's not even in the room. You can escape.
I want to stay and make sure she pulls through. That way, when Miss Petra has recovered enough, you can go ahead and finally propose to her.
What do you mean, propose?
Huh?
Oh, he is
I
there,
thought
okay.
You were supposed to be asleep.
I'm not sleeping. Not until I take him down to this station. What's he talking about anyway? You're not thinking about marrying my mom, are you?
Of course not. Don't be stupid. Even if I did, I'm not the kind of man who's worthy of proposing to anyone. I used to work at the university hospital. Didn't give a damn about any of my patients. All I cared about was moving up the ladder faster than the next guy. I got in good with the director and ended up writing all his research papers for him. Would you believe it? Even married the boss's daughter. What?
I mean, yeah, it's a story, you know, of course. But what are the chances, right? What are the chances? What are the odds?
Oh, I moved up that damn ladder, all right, and ignored her like the rung she was. My wife came down with a simple cold. At least that's what I wrote it off as. If only I had looked at her, I would have seen it. An intern would have seen it. Severe liver failure. Before she died, she said,
I finally have your undivided attention.
You have been paying attention, Doctor. You've been watching over the people of this village. Petra is going to survive this, because you were watching.
do you still plan on taking this man to jail? He did everything in his power last night to save your mother's life. What kind of murderer would do that? Hines!
This is Hines. Get me the chief. Chief, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. We should cancel this search. The man I saw before was not Tenma. He was another doctor by the name of Chan. I thought it was him because he was Asian. Right?
Nice. For a second, I thought it was. I thought this show was the dub of Ghost Stories. I thought it was him because he was Asian. Okay, I mean, as a one-off episode, kind of small little story, maybe. I don't think it was done well. And I'll talk about this a little bit more once the episode ends,
Well,
but...
of course he did. He probably never expected to see such amazing results from a little clinic in the boonies.
Dr. Schumann! Are you really gonna let that young doctor leave?
Huh?
I was making him something to eat, but he packed his bags and left with the kid.
Tenma! Don't go. This town is safe for you. There's no need to run away.
Dr. Schumann, what are you...
Dieter! This is a nice village, isn't it?
You're right. This village may be a very good place for a boy like Dieter here.
Yes,
but not only
leave
that,
him.
you-
Good. Yes, good. Very good village. Yes. Leave child here, please.
Could stop running. You'll be off the radar if you stay. The folks in this village need more than I can give them on my own. Together, there's no end to the good we could do.
Together,
I can't.
we will rule this village as doctor and doctor.
I'm sorry, but I really have to be moving on.
But why?
Take care of Dieter. He's better
Yes.
off here.
Yes.
Tenma,
Good.
wait. I'm going with you.
Wait,
Good.
Dr. Tenma, please, think of the countless lives you could save if you stay. What's more important than that?
Save countless lives.
That's exactly what
Before
he's
I
doing.
do that, there's a man whose life I have to end.
What? What are you?
Tenma!
You can't mean that. No! Damn it, you're a good man, Tenma. You fought like hell to save Petra's life. Why? You're not a killer!
It's no use. Tenma's gonna go no matter what you say to him.
Go take care of him, Dieter.
No.
If you stay with Tenma, maybe you can keep him from going down the wrong path. Go with him and look after him.
I was so happy for a moment. I was so happy. For a moment. For a moment. I was happy. I had happiness. I had happiness all over my body. And then... it was ripped from my chest by this goddamn old guy telling the child to go with him. Anyway, nice little episode, little one episode little story here. The only thing I will say beyond the child stuff, which I will get to, but the only thing I will say is that this police guy let him go way too easily. if this was like if this wasn't an episodic thing, if this wasn't like a one-off episode, I would tear it a new asshole. Because a lot of people, and this is really hard to kind of put into perspective, I guess. When you're writing something, it's hard to think of someone else's perspective because you know everything. You are the, I guess you could say, the god that sees things from everyone's point of view. You know everything. You know all the characters. You know everything that has happened. So it's always kind of hard to look at things from specific characters' perspectives. In this case, if you think about things from this policeman's point of view, right? All he knows is that this quote-unquote murderer, suspected murderer of a lot of murders, is operating on his mother. That's the only thing he knows. So yeah, running into the, to the operating room and being like, hey, stop it, completely fine. And then he gets talked down. All of this is good. All of this is good. He gets talked down by this guy because he knows this guy. All of this is good. But now, this decision to just call off the search, like, I would maybe understand, maybe, if he tells Tenma, hey, you can go, I'm not gonna chase you because you saved my mother, I'm gonna give you a head start. Because at the end of the day, yeah, he saved the mother, but he could still be a murderer. He could still be a serial murderer. He's a police officer. His information is, this guy is very dangerous and a suspect in many, many murders. Yeah, he saved my mother, but he could still be a danger to a lot of other people. Or he might have already killed a lot of other people. So it's, yeah, on one hand, I can see him letting him go, but it's another thing to call off the search completely and protect him. If this wasn't an episodic, like one-off little story, like I would not agree. I would not agree with this decision at all from this police officer. But yeah, I mean, considering it's a kind of a one-off story, then yeah, I can kind of see it, maybe. Maybe. It also depends, of course, on the personality of the person as well. But still, in terms of story-wise and writing-wise, it just kind of, I don't know. From his perspective, it's kind of unlikely that he would just so easily call off the search. And then finally, the child. Fuck the fucking child. Okay, maybe I don't say that. Why is the child following Tenma? The problem now is that I have this bad feeling that this child is never gonna leave. I have this bad feeling like this child is gonna stay for a very long time. Honestly, I would rather, and I mean this wholeheartedly, I would rather the thief guy from 2 episodes ago show up and stay for the rest of the show than this kid. This kid staying is much worse than that thief guy. At least the thief guy can add something to the story. This kid, I hate children. I hate it when they're in stories that I like. I just really do. And I know it's me. It's not the show. I know it's me. Trust me. I know it's me. It's not the show, it's me. And I fucking hate it. And I wish that kid wasn't in the show. But with that said, that was episode 13. I had hope that the child would be removed from the party. That hope was ripped out of my chest. And instead, they showed that most likely they are going to keep the child in the show for the foreseeable future. I'm just gonna write down, I hope child dies. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll join me for episode 14 of The Monster as we hope and pray to Jesus in heaven that the child is removed from the show soon. Hopefully. Anyway, I'll see you later.